Summertime, summertime. Så du min, og jeg vild med dig. Summertime, summertime. Honey, solen danser, du og jeg. Hver evig eneste morgen.
Hi there, Aquarius, and welcome to your modern shaman, Maria and RainbowLand. If you're not Aquarius, then your sign is down there below through a link. Welcome to your modern shaman 7 signs of the week. And this week the 7 signs are, actually this week is from the 4th to the 12th of September, by the way. The 7 signs are this. The first sign of the week is Mercury moving signs on the 6th of September. This means that Mercury is actually going home into its home sign of Virgo. It's at home in Gemini, your sister sign, and also in Virgo. And here in Virgo it loves to scrutinize things. And by the way, if I can't look directly into the camera, it's because I can't see it because of the lights in my face. So here it wants to scrutinize things, go into the details of things, organize, heal things, improve the health situation, depending on which sign you are, the health situation there through healthy food, healthy diet, healthy fitness, exercise, sleeping patterns, etc. And this is going to activate the grand trine again that we talked about before, 2 weeks ago, between Saturn, Uranus, and Mercury this time. Last time it was the Sun. And it's the grand trine in earth signs. And for you, this means that it's for your house number 12, 4, and 8. And this has something to do with your more spiritual sides. Again, Aquarius. So this is you opening up to your spiritual nature, to your guides, to your angels, or whatever it is that you have, that you feel guided from your ser superior, your higher self. I'm making the programs in Spanish as well now, so the words they come in different languages. So here we are talking about your 8th house. So Mercury is moving into your 8th house and organizing things, opening doors up in the area where you think about your strongest, deepest desires of what you really want and how you can transform your relationship, your deep relationships to others. You start communicating in your deep relationships about the connections, about your shared resources, etc. And you use your intuition here, and you are connected with Neptune over there in your 4th house. So it's again your intuition in your personal life, in your home life, and things can improve here really well if you listen to the intuition, and your inner child will be more satisfied. And also your 12th house of higher inspirations from divine inspiration in general. But also your abilities to meditate and, let go of things. We've talked about it so many times. Let go of things that are no longer serving you. And then sign number 2 of the week is that in this grand trine that I just talked about, we have Saturn in Capricorn in your 12th house. And Saturn is moving direct, which is really nice for you because for 4 months it's been going over an area that is now going to pass for the 3rd time, that has been making you feel like there were some complications that you couldn't really deal with, and now they will be seen in a new light, and you will have the opportunity, Saturn being your planet as well, of really making a difference here. But Saturn is moving slowly, so it won't be the fastest move forward, but it means that we have yet another planet moving forward, only 3 to 4, depending on how many we count in, moving retrograde now. This means that now we start going into a more positive, optimistic look upon the future, but it's still to do with things that you need to let go of and not hold so tightly on to in your life. Sign number 3 of the week has something to do with Venus, which is now entered into her zone of retrograde, so her shadow phase. So this means that she will for the first time go over a zone she will pass 3 times until the 19th of December. So in your relationships, because this is 2 relationships, and especially in your 9th house, of expanding your mind, of being optimistic about things and altering your belief systems, the people you meet here, teachers, etc., there will be a new form of communication with them and with people in general, where you have the opportunity to really transform things, and also to do with your 9th or your 10th house career and goals, where she moves in on the 9th. She changes signs. Before that, she'll be in a square with Mars. I will mention in the other report, in the other sign number 5. She will also be in opposition to Uranus over there in Taurus. A 4th house, so maybe some epiphany within your emotional life through an intuition, or something changing radically within your family, like suddenly. Some tension that will be dissolved, perhaps, can also occur. But with Neptune, with the Venus moving into your 10th house, there will be a beautiful focus upon your career and your face in the world. And you will have the chance, to follow your destiny in a more nice and smooth way that will benefit you. Sign number 4 of the week is the moon, and the moon is going to move through Cancer, your 6th house of health, where we'll go into some complications with the heavyweights in your 12th house. Not go any further into that, just saying that try not to become emotional between you and your colleagues. If something suddenly shows up, a hidden enemy or something behind the scenes that appears to you, try to be the bigger one. And then she goes into Leo, your relationship house, where there will be an activation of relationships, so contact with other people, business partners, your personal partner perhaps, and other people in general, where you will try to create some kind of harmony. Hopefully, perhaps. Then she moves into where she'll be forming a new moon. Moves over Mercury first, but then meets the sun, and there's a new moon. Every new moon, and this new moon is in your 8th house of deep transformation and desires and what you really want with your life. And every new moon is an opportunity to, over the next half a year, change things, alter things. Ooh. Whoops. Okay, this is a grand fire, very close to my hair. I'm sorry, but that is a little bit too much action. So I needed to move a little bit. That was also pretty hot. Not in a sexual way, but warm. Anyways, speaking of sexual ways, the 8th house is also deep transformation in your sexual life. So over the next 6 months, you can transform this area of your life and alter it if you work, and if you put your focus and attention on changing things. Then you will see the results in March, when the moon is full in Virgo, your 8th house. Deep transformation, if you want it, and allow your intuition to manifest the right things. That was on the 9th, the new moon. Then, also on the 9th, we had the Venus, or not the Venus, but Venus moving into Scorpio. But another planet changing signs on the 11th is Mars. Mars is first having the square in the critical degrees of Capricorn, your 12th house, and before he moves into your sign, the 1st house, and Venus over here in your sister sign in Libra in your 9th house. So there's something going on behind the scenes that is in conflict with you, your teacher, or you altering your consciousness, state of consciousness somehow. You have to feel into what it is in your life. But then Mars, because Mars can be aggressive, and it has something to do with your relationship. So don't go into an argument you later will regret, because any argument or confrontation or negative thing that you create now will be in a cycle because of Venus for the next, until the 19th of December or before, could be, but could last all the way until then. And the best thing is to breathe deeply, count to 10, and then communicate using Venus instead of Mars. Mars is so aggressive sometimes. So Mars moves into your sign and goes into the square that you saw in May. That has something to do with your identity and your home, your foundation, your family, your intuition, and things to do with these kind of things, your inner child. There's some kind of conflict that you know of that already happened or was on the table twice, once in the middle of May, second times in this summer, about a month or more ago, and now again. So you have the chance to look upon it in a new light and change something here. Sign number 6 of the week is that there's a sextile between Jupiter, Pluto, and Neptune. And these things are going on in your 10th, your career house, 12th, behind the scenes, personal, psychological house, and 2nd, resources, values, the money, etc. house. And it's going on in spiritual signs where you need to follow your intuition to improve, but it's going to be easy for you because it's a great and a very easy aspect, not necessarily an easy one to do in general because Pluto is involved. So demands deep transformation, again, of you letting go of something where you have been a little holding on to something within you, so that you can actually have a better connection with the spiritual connection and receive messages, not just staying in your mind thinking about them, but actually being in the flow, letting go of the thoughts, and in the silence feel what messages come from you, divine inspiration. But and then you will alter your consciousness. Spiritually, you will improve, and this is a very good thing, especially if you do it step by step and do the spiritual work that is needed. It's not a good idea to do drugs. It makes holes in your astral body, and through these holes, you can't control which energies come in, and they can drain you and do things that you don't want. So don't use drugs to get a quick fix of things, then fall down even lower afterwards. Go the straight way is my advice to you. Of course, it's up to you what you want to do. Sign number 7 of the week is the card of the week, which I will draw back home and then tell you in a voiceover when you see beautiful photos. Theme of the week is crisis is your friend. Don't be afraid of crisis. They can open doors to you where you can alter your life forever. So if you're in a crisis or close to one or just have been through one, try to see that it can actually teach you something. Trust the process. Oh, a tree is falling. So they just... Whoa. That was well done. Impressed. You felt the wind? My goodness, so this was a really, really good point was made.
Wait with the store. Yeah.
Andrea, if you are a little bit on my film on YouTube, it's the different star signs. Is it okay?
It's okay.
Okay, awesome. Yes, I have a channel. Awesome, awesome. You are in the Taurus sign of the week. We are up here from Italy. He managed to take down a tree by his hands while we were doing the report. You tilted it here. John is cutting it over here because he wants to start the fire. Aquarius card of the week. You know what? You guys, you got the King of Pentacles. Wow. Look at this picture. It's showing a man sitting on a throne. The throne has Capricorn signals on it. He's carrying a cape with grapefruits, which is actually a symbol of abundance and rich man. And underneath his cape, he's carrying an armor, and it's kind of like he's willing to defend what he has gotten. And I'm definitely thinking about Jupiter in your 10th house, in combination with the grand trine to Neptune in your 2nd house. So career and wealth, your money house. So he seems content because he's kind of in these areas achieved what he wanted, and he's the highest human possible expression for the richness energy. And the Capricorn actually symbolizes his ambition to reach authority and status. And Capricorn is also the ruler of the 10th house, which is where Jupiter is for you in your career. So he's also ruling as its earth element, health, material abundance, and this card may suggest for you that the time is offered that you let your powers work in a serving way, as in Virgo actually, where as in the 6th house, where we actually are gonna have the North Node moving into your 6th house, and we had the eclipse this summer in July, and you're now gonna be ready to work for achieving your highest goal in a healthy way, and therefore you need endurance and decisiveness, and you have to use your positive energy now. It's showing you that it's time to care for your body, your health, and also that there's a possibility that you are a leader and you can advise others in matters of health. So yeah. Wow. So thank you so much for watching this week. I truly appreciate it. And remember, if you haven't subscribed already, that you can do so. And you can always leave any kind of comments here. I hope you enjoyed the beautiful nature images here. Big hugs from your modern shaman. See you next week. And of course, and by the way, you have to remember this. Don't follow trends. Follow your heart.
Summertime, så du er min, og jeg er vild med dig. Summertime.